Check. This is my first time ever on stage doing comedy. So I told myself, I figured I'd start off poorly and then end strong. So how long does it take 3 mathematicians and 1 other to walk a mile? Depends on if they carry the one. According to plan. Sorry, I can't read this. Oh, prop jokes suck. They should have a dildo so the jokes go fuck themselves. Where's the sound guy at? Sound person. There's no sound person here, but I also do audio. I screwed that joke up. Because I'm a sound person, I also do audio. So, school lunches. Sometimes I read out loud in my head and I'm not supposed to. So school lunches, remember back being a kid, people had brown bags, lunch boxes. I had the dorky lunch box. I was jealous of the brown paper bag lunches. For some reason I thought they were super cool. Then I realized my parents weren't alcoholics. Speaking of alcohol, Prohibition must have been pretty boring for cops. They're like, man, you're smiling too much. Like, do something. Like, I think they brought alcohol back for job security. So this is my first time on a mic on a stage. It's not my first time on a mic. Second time, this is my 3rd time with a mic. The second time was a month ago. A house burned down in my neighborhood. So the news crew was there, and then I got to be a local news guy. For whatever reason, my 5-minute interview with them, they took about 30 seconds, and it was the line I said about I had to run back in to grab my socks so I didn't have cold feet. That's a true story. So then I started daydreaming after I saw ring camera footage of a guy breaking into cars in my neighborhood. I called the cops. Cops were there, got the guy. I was really hoping the local news crew could show up. So they'd ask me, what did you do when you saw the camera? I'd be like, well, first, I grabbed my socks, and then I ran outside. Getting enough of those, you end up on John Oliver as the local news sock guy. Alright, so then it leads into another joke. So the first time on the microphone was back in that terrible college I went to. It was a Christian college. Don't worry, I'm normal now. So I was in a group masturbating at this Christian college. They called it Lust Free Living. It was basically AA, except you sit around and talk about jerking it. Over the summer, we had a contest, like how many wet dreams can you get? Like, if you masturbate, put $1 in this jar. If you get an assisted masturbation, like sex, then put $10 in the jar. So we come back from our break, everyone's whipping out 5s, not very much money. They're talking about how many times they came in their bed during their sleep. I bust out the 20s, I'm up to like $200, and I was the loser. But that's the kind of college I went to. And then leading into the first time on a microphone on stage. So sorry, I lied. The second time on stage with a microphone. But the first time on stage with a microphone was at that college. It was during their massive worship service. They asked if God was calling anyone to come up and speak. So sure enough, I'm like, people probably masturbate here. I better go talk about it. So I get up on the stage in front of like 2,000-3,000 people, and there's high school kids there, like church youth groups. I'm up there talking to everybody about masturbation, and if someone's masturbating and they can't stop, come up and talk to me after the service. So I stood up there at the end, and just people came up and like wanted to talk about it. What I didn't expect is the girls. I had these girls coming up being like, Scott, I can't stop masturbating. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I was not ready for that. Like, Christian college, I didn't even know girls masturbated. So then my closer, so I have a friend named Felicia. Do you have any idea how hard it is to say bye to her? Like, I can't do the thing. She recently told me she's moving out west. And I'm like, fuck, well, I can't say the thing, so I guess we're moving to Washington together.